What if I told you that one number could be the difference between getting a scholarship and being in the stands, between millions of dollars and never playing football again? Well, keep watching the video to find out the secrets that dropped my 40 from a 5.0 to a 4.38.
All right, man, well, the 40-yard dash, probably one of the most important things you're gonna have as a football player.
Yep.
It doesn't indicate everything. They're great football players, don't have great 40s, but when you're in a camp environment around a coach, that one number, that's gonna do a lot. It's either gonna help you a lot or hurt you a lot. Yep. So we're gonna go over 40-yard dash 101. The first part, we're gonna talk about the stance and the get out, the get off, and what you should be looking for, what you should be doing, how you should be improving yours.
So first and foremost, I guess we'll just use this line. I'll let Hunt demonstrate. So most of the time you're able to take the line, all right? They'll tell you you can take the line, be behind the line, etc. So let's just say for right now, you're able to take the whole line. So Hunt's actually gonna step on the whole line. And this is really basic until you get into detail coaching. So take the whole line. Hunt starts with his left foot up in his stance. So he's gonna take a step off the line, all right? There you go. So you're gonna go heel to toe off the line. I wear size 13. I got size 13 shoe off the line. Now he's gonna take his right foot. He's gonna open his right foot up. He's gonna make a 90-degree angle, all right? And then he's going to turn on his toe, and that's gonna be his spacing for his width of his feet, all right? And now from there, we're gonna take his right foot, we're gonna drop his foot back, and he's gonna take a knee on his right knee, all right? And his knee is gonna line up with his left toe, all right? So if you like your right foot up in your stance, you're obviously just gonna flip everything. He's got his knee in line with his toe, all right? From here, we're gonna go down on all fours, hands and knees, all right? Now, some guys like to do all their thinking, self-talk, positive affirmations, all that right down here, all right? There's no tension on the body right now, all right? So, you know, he's gonna talk to himself, he's gonna say whatever he needs to say.
Big arms, big arms, big arms.
Go through his mental checklist, all right? We'll talk about the mental checklist, all right? From here, he's gonna pick both knees up off the ground, all right? And he's gonna walk his hands back slowly, trying to keep this shin angle and this shin angle pretty close. All right, so his knees over his toe, all right? He's got a good shin angle here, all right? And from there, he's gonna put his hand down, his right hand down, his left arm goes up, we're gonna have it nice and high, all right? And then from here, he's gonna hold for about 2 seconds and then he's gonna get out.
Hey, that should not be a comfortable stance. It should not be a stance you feel like you can just sit in all day.
No.
Like, it should be a stance, once you get in it, it's like, okay, 1001, 1002, all right, I gotta go.
Yep. So from there, that's a quick rundown. Now, the checklist, like I said, usually you get on, you know, you're down. I said guys talk to themselves. So one of Hunt's checklists is big arms. All right, the checklist is pretty much head down, head and eyes down. When you're running a 40, there should be nothing in front of you. There's nothing to look at. There's no finish line that you should be looking at. So from the start, when we're down, all right, my head and eyes are gonna be down. You should try and be as relaxed as possible with your shoulders, neck, and head. All right, nice and relaxed down here. All right, next checklist would be, where's my weight distribution in my feet? All right, hopefully this is something that you'll have down after a while. All right, you should be about 70% on the front leg, about 30% of your weight on your back leg, all right, with your arm to support you, having some forward lean over that line. All right, that's gonna help us be in a nice, powerful position to be able to propel ourselves. Last checklist, a lot of guys get in trouble when they're here. They kind of hide this arm a little bit. This arm is gonna give you all the momentum to have a big, powerful first step. All right, so big arm, head and eyes down, loaded up on the balls of our feet, having our legs and our glutes on stretch, ready to be as powerful and explosive as possible. All right, so we'll go through the whole thing one more time. All right, feet are taking the line. He takes heel to, or toe to heel. Yep, comes back together, opens that up. You can do your stance if you know it. All right, opens it up.
Yeah, on that point, so everyone's gonna be different. Like Vance said, he wears a size 13. His steps are gonna be different than my steps. Your ankle flexibility, all that stuff is gonna be different. So me personally, my feet, even if I can take the line, I start my feet behind the line, and then I kind of take, like I kind of ballpark it, but I mean I've done it so many times that I have an understanding. But I put my foot probably like an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches behind my right foot, step the right foot back to about little behind the instep of my front foot, cock that back, turned out to the side, and then that's kind of my stance. Everyone's different. Play around with it a little bit. Get something that's comfortable for you, that works for you, that allows you to have those good shin angles, that allows you to get that big push out.
And that's the benefit of having good coaches that are able to adjust your stance for you. All right, this is a truly 100% on you event. So now with Hunt's ability to kind of move his stance back, he's got even more shin angle now. So he's gonna be able to push himself out that much better. Yep, and boom.
So I've heard both things. I've heard kind of have that small arm to hide it, so that way the person on the clock doesn't see it as much. And I've also heard have the arm high, so that way you can get a big swing. Why would you say not to have the arm low?
So the whole hiding our arm so the clock doesn't see it depends on where you're running your event. If it's hand times, they're gonna go on first movement. All right, so guys say hide the arm, all right, so they don't see it move, and you can kind of get something, or you can get a kind of cheat. I'm of the camp of having a big arm. All right, if your arm is as far back as it can go, it can't go anywhere but forward. So I say have a big arm. You know, where I've learned, we always say have a big arm. So you're trying to be as powerful and as explosive as possible, as fast as you can. So if I hide my arm and the first movement's back, I got eagle eyes, so I see your hand go back. You're a 1/10 of a second slower on the clock than if you just had your arm to start there. And most people, their first movement out of their stance is gonna be drop their weight and the arm's gonna go up. So to maximize your stance, like we've done with you, is have your arm already back and have our legs already loaded. So I don't have to sink down to load my legs, and I don't have to move my arm back to throw it. So different camps, different trainers, you know, everyone's got their own philosophies and how they do stuff. That's my way of thinking. That's my background in coaching, is let's just have everything where it needs to be and we won't waste any time.
All right, right here, I'm just gonna kind of go through just my checklist, take like 3 steps out, just show y'all what I'm thinking about. So feet behind the line, step back, foot to instep, turn it out, another step back, get down to my stance. And the way I know it too, is I took the right steps, is my knee is like just a little bit ahead of the line. That's kind of how I know my feet were in the right spot. We're gonna be down here. We're gonna think, all right, big arms, big arms, big arms, head down, big arms, head down. We're gonna get hand on the line. If y'all notice too, I kind of have my head a little bit flexed, like my neck flexed a little bit. Once I get my hand to where it needs to be, I drop my head. Once I drop my head, arm up.
Good, and Hunt does a good job of keeping his angles really low. You know, it all depends on your body, it all depends on who you are. But if you just saw, he comes out really low. There's not a lot of change in his height based off of when he comes out of his stance. All right, that depends on proportions of your legs to your body, how you're able to just keep yourself low. So he does a good job of that. You know, just looking at his stance, things you should be thinking of. Obviously, staying low, right? And we're looking for a positive or a closed shin angle every time we strike the ground for about 3-4 steps. And those 3-4 steps, we're looking to see how much ground you can cover, general rule of thumb, if we can cover 5 yards and 4 steps, we're in a good spot. All right, obviously situational dependent who you are, but Hunt covers about 6 yards and 4 steps on a good rep.
Yeah. I mean, that's the key, right? Figure out yourself. Me personally, when I first started running, I was watching videos the other day. I was like kind of running in place. Like I was 5 yards, I was like 3.5, 4 yards on 4 steps.
Yeah.
You just got to kind of look at you, like get someone to videotape it, even if, you know, you and your boy, you and your mom, your dad, brother, girlfriend, whoever.
Tripod.
Yeah, tripod.
Yep.
Have that, like, hey, this tripod I'm using right now is like $20, right?
Yeah,
but
easy.
yeah, just record yourself, watch your reps, right? I noticed that, okay, I'm not really covering a lot of ground, I'm taking a lot of steps. Let me really emphasize that. Once I emphasize that, I find myself getting faster.
Yeah. Yep, without doubt.
But all right, that's gonna do it for 40-yard dash school 101. Catch y'all with 102, because hey, the 40, the 40 is a technical, it's a science, right? Like there's a lot of things you gotta have in your head that you're thinking about in order to do the drill as effectively as possible. So we're gonna be bringing you that. Stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe. Catch y'all next time.
See you.